Jim, getting ready to fill up your gas tank for the weekend, you might want to think about how the looming gas tax could impact your wallet. The gas tax in Massachusetts right now will automatically go up every year. It's 24 cents, by the way, unless voters vote to repeal it. It's been called the forever gas tax. So a group is out there working to try to tank the gas tax, and they need signatures to make it onto the ballot in November. Republican State Representative Jeff Diehl of Whitman joins us now from our Beacon Hills studio. Representative, you're behind this 100%.
100%, Maria. Thanks for having me here, too. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about part of this movement and why you're part of it and what this will do.
So the group I'm working with, Tank the Gas Tax, which is www.tankthegastax.org. It's a group of grassroots people from across the state that came together. They realized that once they found out that the gas tax has been linked to inflation, or CPI,
right,
they realized it's a failed formula. It's been repealed in other states, and they thought, why should we have a tax, any tax, that goes up automatically every year without a vote? It's the only tax. And actually, when people think about it, they say, well, are you attacking the 3 cents? No, we're leaving the 3 cents in place. We're saying just the legislature that's behind me, the State House behind me, do your job and vote if you want a tax increase. That's all we're asking.
Well, let me ask you this, Representative. Were you guys the people who put it in place in the first place?
Yes, it wasn't me, but it was
No,
the legislature,
right,
the House and Senate, when they passed the transportation bill, which included $500 million in new taxes. And the fact of the matter is, last fiscal year, we finished the year $627 million above what we expected to collect in taxes to begin with. So there was never a need to vote to increase taxes in the first place. But secondly, the indexing of gas, again, it hurts middle to low income families the most. They call it a regressive tax because it represents a larger portion of their income. And so therefore, we see this as not only taxation without representation, because there'll never be a vote again for this to increase it, but also it's something that hurts families that are already struggling to make ends meet right now in the state.
How does something like this get through? And I can't believe I just asked you that question, because I know exactly how something like that gets through.
Well, you know, but the thing is, the tech tax got through on the same bill, and that was repealed 6 weeks later because they realized that they were going to kill an industry that was actually a very vital industry here. What they don't realize is that this has a major impact on every family. It's not just the money you're putting in your tank, but by the way, an average tank is about 15 gallons, so it's about $7 in state and federal taxes every time you fill up your tank. So don't think it's pennies, it's dollars.
It is dollars. You're absolutely right.
And I had a debate with the Secretary of Transportation a few weeks ago, and we talked about the fact that he wanted to actually have this gas tax index back in 1990, the last time they passed the increase. I told him it would have been 85 cents a gallon as a state tax. Combine that with the federal, people would be paying $1.03 in taxes alone. That's $15 per fill-up. That's a lot of money every time people are trying to get to and from work. It affects the cost of goods like food. It affects your municipalities who have to pay for school buses, police cars, fire trucks. It is going to come out of your property taxes, so it hits you in so many ways. That's why it's a bad tax to begin with.
Well, you know, they would make the argument it's for our roads and for infrastructure, but the fact that it goes up, whether we like it or not, I think that's a big part of the problem that people have a problem with. So let's quickly talk about the signatures. What's your deadline?
Well, June 18th, and we have to have them all in. We need 11,000 more. We can't have the same people that signed the first 120,000 signatures, so we need a lot more people to help between now and then. It's about 3 weeks. Memorial Day weekend, I know a lot of people were busy. They got to go to tankthegastax.org, sign up there to volunteer and help. And just so you know, I know you've got a poll about the roads. The governor held back $100 million in Chapter 90 road funds for our towns. It's not about the roads or potholes. We bonded an accelerated bridge program, $3 billion from 2008 to 2016. That is still underway, so we can vote. All we have to do is vote to increase the tax if we need to pay for roads. It's not a question of potholes or bridges.
So bottom line is people have to go to that website and then they can just sign up, but they can't sign it there on the web. They have to physically sign it, correct?
No, exactly. And thanks for mentioning that. What they need to do is there's a location right on the front page there. They can find out where the nearest location is to sign, or take sheets and go out around your neighborhood, sporting events, anything you can do, because we need more than 11,000 signatures. We really need like 24,000, because we know that we may get some crossovers of who signed first. They may rule some people out. Sheets may be ruled out. So we've got to get a lot, because it's really critical to make this on the ballot for November.
State Representative Jeff Diehl of Whitman, thank you very much for coming to our Beacon Hill studio. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Maria. Take care.
All right.